Okay, Trellis stitch was a very popular Elizabethan embroidery stitch, and here's an example that I've cut out because I wanted to show you both sides. Now, as you can see, one side has little zigzags, and the other side is sort of like brick stitch. Okay, my research tells me the stitch originated in Italy in about 1600, and by the time they were using it here in England a few hundred years later, they had discovered that the back of the work, which is this side here, was more interesting than the front, and that you could actually produce the back by simply pulling the working thread in the opposite direction. Here's a modern diagram of how to produce a stitch. You can Google that easily. I got this from artsanddesigns.com. Okay, this is the oldest diagram that I could find on chestofbooks.com, and as you can see, it's broken it up into two parts, and you can see how to start it, the shape to achieve, and how the characteristic knot is formed. This method will produce front and reverse trellis stitch, but this method will only produce front. Okay, here is my diagram of how to produce a stitch. Basically, I only want you to understand one thing, and that is the shape of the loop, whether you want front side or reverse side, whether you're working up or whether you're working down. The loop is exactly the same. Okay, so I've set up my hoop, and I've produced my foundation chain, which is reverse chain. Now you need reverse chain because it's very firm. Okay, now the first way I'm going to show you is working from the top down, which will produce a zigzag reverse side, and then the other way is from the bottom up, which will produce the brick stitch front side. Okay,